All right, so now let's get into our training today and talk about scripts you can use right now, how to get more people to take a look. You guys, this is going to be like drinking from a fire hose, I can tell you right now. The intention here is to get you some scripts and get your mindset right so that you can reach out to people with confidence, right? With posture and with conviction because you know you have something great. So let's talk about getting into that mindset, the tips for proper mindset when you're inviting prospects to take a look, because you need to be in the right mindset. Listen, if you just had something terrible happen in your life or something that was disappointing just throughout the day even, then make sure you get out of that mindset before you go reach out to someone, especially if you're going to get on the phone with them. Okay, get in the right mindset. Use the memory jogger, build a big list of prospects. I'm assuming that everybody on this call, if you're serious about the business, you have a big list of prospects. 100 people on your prospect list or companies or names or whatever is not a lot. Like it should be more than that. It should be 200, 500, 1,000, 2,000. Everyone should have a big list using the memory jogger. It's in your BAM app. Okay, it's in your BAM app. Garbage in, garbage out. If you put good stuff in, you're gonna have good stuff out. If you put garbage in to your mind, you're gonna have garbage that comes out. So you want to read, you want to be reading positive stuff, listening to positive stuff, attending all the events that you can attend, and then counseling. Counsel with someone who's where you want to be, that has fruit on the tree. This is a great one, right? 3 reach outs a day keeps the bill collector away. It's so true in our business because if you're just reaching out a few times a day, some people say, well, 3 is not enough. Okay, 5 or 10. I was talking to somebody yesterday. They said, listen, my goal is to do 30 reach outs a day because it only takes me about 30 seconds to do a reach out because I'm doing a lot of it electronically to start. I'm like, great, go do 30. Whatever you want to do. 3 reach outs a day keeps the bill collector away. Another thing you can say is 3 reach outs a day, prospect it, reaching out to somebody to share the opportunity with them, to ask them to be a customer, whatever it is. But when you're doing something consistently every day, even if it's only for a few minutes a day, you get that consistent mindset. And so what happens is 3 reach outs a day and you know exactly what to say. That also applies. Setting up reminders. Here's something that you can do. A lot of people don't have, they wonder, well, how do I keep track of everything that I'm doing? I have so many things going on in my life. Set up reminders. Use your phone. Use your iPhone or your Android phone. Google Tasks. That's what I use. And I set reminders for myself. I just use tasks. It's very simple. Set the call, it reminds me. Set the call, it reminds me. It's there. I can look through my whole list at any time that I need to see what's going on throughout the day. So set up reminders, even if you have to set something up like you don't have that habit, go set up the habit to remind yourself at a certain time each day to do 3 reach outs. Like that could be the thing. We had somebody, I was talking to somebody that said, I'm not good at time management. I said, well, let your phone, you have a phone, right? Yes, I do. Great. Let your phone remind you so that you do it. That's the first thing that he did. He's like, you know what? Just by reminding myself every day at 8:30 a.m. before my day gets started, I started reaching out to people more regularly because my phone, he sets it every day. He sets it. So it just reminds him. So it created a little bit of a habit. Positive affirmations. These are good things to set the tone for you. Like when I'm talking to people before I start prospecting, I get out there. I'm like, listen, in my mind, I say, here's what the people I'm reaching out to today, they have no idea what's about to happen to them. This is what I say in my mind. I say it out loud. I read a positive affirmation. They have no idea who's about to contact them. They have no idea that when they pick up the phone or they read this text or they read this direct message, they have no idea that their life is about to change because I have something great to offer them, something that nobody else in America has. We are unique. These are the things that I say to myself before I go and prospect, before I go and reach out to anyone. Get yourself in the right mindset, right? If you just had an argument with somebody, then get yourself in the right mindset with positive affirmations. Here's some more tips. The person asking the questions is in control of the conversation. That means you should be asking a lot more questions and listening a lot more than you're talking when you're prospecting. ABC, always be curious. This is another one. You just want to be take an interest in what people are saying to you. Listen to them, like look at them and listen to them. and it's amazing when you actually listen to someone, the information they give you is unbelievable. Instead of just having your own agenda and keeping that, don't be, always listen to their answers and then use the responses that they give you to ask related questions by being genuinely curious. For instance, if somebody says, you ask them, you're curious, right? So what do you do for a living? And they say, well, I'm a plumber. Great. Your next question should be about that. How long have you been a plumber? Do you enjoy doing it? You must love it. I hear plumbers make a lot of money. That's whenever someone says what they do, because that's usually hey, what do you do? I know, I've just met you. Great. What do you do? Where do you live? Where are you from? Tell me about your family, whatever. But when I get to the point when I say, so what do you do for a living? Whatever it is, I say, man, I always say the same thing to them. I go, wow, I hear people in that industry make a lot of money. And they look at me like, really? Who'd you hear that from? See? So stay on the positive side of it, right? Build rapport with people online as well and this is face to face or online, virtually, by liking things that they say, commenting on things that they say, being positive about things that they say, congratulating people, appreciating them, right? Go wish them a happy birthday and use this methodology, form. You can go look this up on the internet. There's all kinds of articles and videos. There's YouTube videos about it, but form is what I think of whenever I'm like, a lot of people, some people aren't great conversationalists. I certainly wasn't when I first got involved in this industry. I didn't know how to talk to people, or I wasn't really interested in doing that, but I learned it. And so somebody taught me this form thing, and it's, talking about their family. People talk about their family. They talk about their occupation. They love to talk about that. They love to talk about recreation. Like I always say to people when recreation, like, what do you do when you're blowing off steam, when you're not at work? And then motivation is the M, or sometimes people say it's mission or message, like what they're passionate about, what drives them. Talk to them about form. I always think about form when I'm talking. Did I talk to them about their family, about their occupation, about the recreation, about the things that they like to do? Where's the last trip that you took, right? Here's the thing. We know this from our regular trainings. You're asking prospects to look, not to join. So again, you have to be in a hurry. You have to be brief. You're always complimenting, inviting people. You're not talking too much. You're going to let the tools that we have do the work. Like you text your friend Mary and say, Mary, do you have a quick second? Yes. Mary says, great. You get on the phone. Mary, glad I caught you really quick. I'm in a hurry. And it's a combination of these things. Now, I'm going to really load these things on you as we go, because you've seen this before if you've been in any of our trainings. We do this training every Saturday. Need to run something by you. Do you have 90 seconds or 2 minutes or 5 minutes or 9 minutes to look at a video? I'm looking for 3 key people who can capitalize on this. You can have first mover advantage in your network. I need your opinion on this, Mary, because I value your opinion. There's something you need to see. Those are all great. These are like the basic building blocks. Now you can do this on the phone. You can do it via email. You can do it via text. You can send somebody a message on Instagram. You can send somebody a LinkedIn message, however you're communicating with people. Before we get into these scripts, I want you to think about your markets. Like there's always a hot market, people you talk to all the time. Then you have your warm market, people that you talk to every month or every 2 months. And then there's kind of the acquaintance market, that goes further out there. You don't talk to them every month. They're not in your warm market. They're acquaintances. Maybe, they know them and they know you by name, but you don't talk to them all the time. Maybe somebody you went to high school with or somebody you worked at a job, 6 years ago, and you haven't talked to them in a while, but they certainly would know you if someone brought up your name. Oh yeah, I know that person. That's your acquaintance market. Well, if you add up your hot market and your warm market and your acquaintance market, that is much smaller than your cold market. Your cold market is everybody that you don't know, which is like 7 billion people that you don't know. So with your hot market, it's so simple to get to. These are people that you talk to all the time. Like you go over to their house, right? Your friend, I'm coming over in a few minutes. I'll be there. Hey, friend. Hey, I came across something and it's turning into a game changer for me. I'm not going to explain it. You need to see this exactly as I did so we don't blow it for you. It's important. Listen, if a friend of mine told me that, I would listen. And this is the point of what we're doing. So put a little oomph into what you're doing when you're talking to people about this, right? Put a little zip in it. If then it's just like this. If I sent you a short video, would you look at it? Wait for them to say yes. See, I'm just systematically going through the invitation philosophy here. So if I sent you a short video, would you look at it? Don't just say, okay, I'll send you a video. That's not it. If I sent you a short video, would you look at it? Wait for the yes. Great. When would you be able to look at it? I'll be able to look at it right now. Great. If they say right now, I say great. If I call you back and the video's like 9 minutes long or 2 minutes long or whatever you're sending them, so if it takes 9 minutes to watch it, okay, so if I send it to you now and they say, well, I'll be able to watch it right now, I'll say, great. If I called you back in 15 minutes, you will have watched it by then. Is that right? If they say within the hour, I say, great. So if I called you back in an hour and 5 minutes, I like to give them like 5 more minutes, just in case they have to pause or something like that. But you will have watched it by then. Yes. Great. Talk then. Guys, this little philosophy right here, okay, I know so many times that people call me, I'm not getting the right responses, I'm not getting people to watch the video, and I ask them, did you say these things? If I sent it to you, would you look at it? And you get them to say yes. If they say no, you don't send it. Well, when would you be able to look at it? You're asking them to make the appointment. They're like, if they say, well, I'd be able to watch it right now. Great. If I called you back in, 5 minutes, they might say after that, oh, you know what? Something I just realized I won't be able to watch it now. But then I say, okay, well, then when would you be able to watch it? I go right back to it. Well, I'll be able to watch it tomorrow or next week. I don't care what they say. I don't care if they say I'm going on vacation. I'll be back in 10 days. I'll look at it then. Great. So if I called you back in 10 days and 5 minutes, you will have watched it by then, right? I don't care what they say as far as the time. Let them make the appointment themselves based on their calendar. See, now they have a responsibility to do what they said because they told you when it would be good. All right, so keep that in mind. I'm going to go through 10 scripts quickly, and then we're going to go through a ton more. Okay. And listen, all of this is going to be posted onto our Google Drive. I will put it there today so everybody can take all these slides and go through. All right. Feel free to take screenshots or whatever, but I'm sure that as I go through this rest of this training, you're going to find something that you're going to be able to use. It's going to tweak what you're doing. You're going to say, oh, wow, I like that word. I like the way this was said. And I didn't make most of this stuff I didn't make up. I took it from other people. I've stolen this, plagiarized from everybody who's successful. I borrowed it from everybody else and put it together. So for best friends and warm contacts, hey, quick question. Are you open to taking a look at a short video? It's about how people are saving on electricity and building a side income around energy without asking people for money or selling anything. 9 minutes long, totally low key, want me to send you the link. If they say no, don't send it. Hey, thanks a lot. Appreciate your time. I'll get back to you later. Don't be adversarial with them. Just move on, right? It's not the right time. That's fine. And let me tell you what, when you get off of the subject after they say no, they're going to feel kind of bad. Okay. Like you just made them feel bad because they're going to be like, oh man, this person asked me to watch a 9-minute video and I said I wouldn't watch. They asked me if I would send, that they'd send me the link and if I'd watch it. And I said, no, I feel bad like that. And they should. Right. Here's another one. 2, for curious but low pressure. Maybe it's text or a direct message, something like that. This is great for maybe prospects. Like, hey, I'm working on a new project in the energy space and thought of you because you've always been a forward thinker. See, there's the compliment. See, if you send that to somebody, boy, that's great. You're talking to them, right? I'm working on a new project in the energy space and thought of you because you've always been a forward thinker. Look, sometimes you might just stop. If you're texting this to somebody, you might not text that, the whole thing. You might text just that sentence. Send it to them. Wait for what they say. Like if you sent me that, I'd be like, okay, I'm working on a new project in the energy space and thought of you because you've always been a forward thinker. And then I didn't provide any more context. I would say, so what's the energy project? And all of a sudden, there you go. Now I'm in control, right? And then I'm just like we're hosting a short Zoom overview. I go, whenever somebody says, well, what's it about? Or what's the project about? I knew you'd be interested. Burn that into your head. I knew you'd be interested. We're hosting a short Zoom overview that explains how people are using electricity savings as a way to create extra income. No pressure, just information. Would you be open to checking it out? See, in this contact, you niced them, N-I-C-E them, you niced them to death. How could they say no to that? It's just an easy way to get somebody to take a look. How about this one? Professional for LinkedIn, say, or via email. This is a clean, credible, non-multi-level marketing sounding thing. Hey, Joe, Mike, Sally, I wanted to invite you to a brief Zoom overview I'm attending this week. I like that one, especially because you're attending it, right? So now you're going to be on there. You're going to be there with them. It's like, I'm attending it. I'd love to have you come on. It makes them think, okay, I need to tell them that I'm going to be on or not because they're going to be on there and they're going to be looking for me. So you're going to get the truth. It covers an emerging model in the energy industry where consumers save on electricity and some choose to build an additional income stream alongside it. The presentation's about 20 minutes followed by a Q&A. If you're open to learning more, I'm happy to share the details. See, notice that I didn't just say, here's the link. No, if you're open to learning more, I'm happy to share the details. You're indirectly asking them a question without asking it. See, if they don't respond to this, they're the bad person in the conversation. They should say, either I'm not interested or sure, send me the link. Great. And then you confirm with them and send them. Great. And when I send them the link, here's the time, hop on. I will send you a reminder about 15 minutes before. Boom. And then you know what I do is I go right into my calendar right then, into my text right then, and I just set up a delayed send of a text. Like 15 minutes before the presentation, I just send them the same reminder with the link. And I set it up for 15 minutes before the presentation. It might be the Zoom overview might be 4 days away. And I saw it, but I sent it and I schedule it. I delay, schedule, send the text message so I don't have to think about it anymore. And they feel like I'm thinking about them right there on the spot, right? So that's how it works. Here's time respecting for busy professionals. This works well for people who are executives, right? So you just say, hey, I know your time is valuable, so this is a quick ask. Right? Or I have a lot of respect for you. You've been successful. I know your time is valuable. I know you're busy. So this is a quick ask. I'm part of a short Zoom overview, about 20 minutes, explaining a new approach to electricity savings and optional income diversification. No obligation, just information. If it resonates, great. If not, no worries at all. Would you like the invite? See, you're not saying, here's the message. Don't just blast it out to people. Get a response. Have a communication. Have a little volley, right? Little volley back and forth. That's what you're looking for. See, I love this one, the part where it says, if it resonates, great. If not, no worries at all. Sometimes I take that when I'm talking to people, especially if they're kind of in my warm market. I'll say, hey, listen, it's the same exact thing, but I kind of say it like this. I say, hey, listen, if you love what you see, great. If not, just flush it and forget I ever called you. Okay, like same thing. So depending on how you want to be with it, like talk how you normally talk with people. You don't have to be a robot. These are just, if this is not your wording or the way you normally speak, then put it into your wording, how it works for you. Someday I'll tell you a funny story about how I shared with someone to put it into their wording, and they did, and it worked like a charm. And you'll laugh at how it went. I'll share that story someday, not right now. Number 5, Plan B approach. Here it is. This is perfect for side income seekers. So people who want a Plan B, they're going to like this. Hey, I'm exploring something that's shaping up to be a strong Plan B and potentially more. It's a Zoom overview showing how everyday electricity usage can turn into savings and optional income stream. See, sometimes I'll throw in there, like getting paid every time somebody flips on a light switch. You and I should have more of that kind of income. Wouldn't you agree? Kind of thing. It's informative. It's not hypey, right? It's not hypey. Want to check it out with me? See, not just want to check it out, want to check it out with me. Like you should hop on to the Zoom with them. If it's a Zoom overview, here's a soft referral, a warm introduction. When someone referred someone to you, okay, somebody said, yeah, I have a friend of mine that might be good. Okay, who is it? Great. Well, your mutual contact, we just say, so let's say they referred, Mary to you. So your friend Jane refers Mary to you. So you say to Mary, hey, Jane speaks highly of you. So you just paid him a compliment. Both of you did, and suggested I reach out. You're putting it on Jane. Jane is the one who referred you, and I reach out. So sometimes I'll go, listen, I was talking to Jane the other day. We were talking about like really, successful business people. Your name came up in the conversation. Jane speaks really highly of you, Mary. And you know what? Jane made me promise to call you. This is why I'm calling you, right? So put it on Jane, who made the referral. So sometimes you say that instead of suggested. I'll say, she made me promise to call you. Listen, we have a short video on a new energy platform that helps people get 20 years of guaranteed savings. You can insert whatever you want here that helps you get automatic savings through our autosave platform that helps you get automatic battery backup for your home at no cost. That allows you to connect a smart thermostat and unlock long-term savings. All of the services that you can put in here. You can substitute whatever you want. I just put in here, people get 20 years of guaranteed savings on their electricity bill. Obviously, I'm talking about community solar. And they can optionally build income through referrals. There's nothing to buy or sell. It's straightforward and educational. Would you be open to taking a look? Boy, who wouldn't say yes to that? No, I'm so closed-minded. I'm not even open to taking a look. We didn't even ask, would you take a look? You notice the sentence? See, the wording, word choice is everything. Would you be open to taking a look? We're not even asking, would you take a look? We're asking, are you open enough in your life as a person to even taking a look? It's so hard to say no to that. Instead of just saying, would you take a look? Would you be open to taking a look? Nope, I'm just closed-minded. I'm not even going to look. See what we're talking about here? Here's group invites. Look, I don't recommend doing this a lot. I like to get to direct messages with people. I'm not the one that's going out there and like spamming Facebook or posting everything on LinkedIn about things that I'm doing, like business opportunity meetings and stuff. That's not my thing. I mean, some people are great with it, and that's great if that's what you want to do. But if you are posting stuff, I like people to feel like I'm treating them individually special. I'm complimenting them and inviting them. But hey, if you want to post something up, just have it be a quick invite. We're hosting a short Zoom overview on how people are leveraging electricity savings as a side hustle. That little sentence, this is a good one. Leveraging electricity savings as a side hustle. We should all have that. So when somebody says, well, what do? I leverage electricity savings as a side hustle. It went from a plan B to a plan A. So what do? You should all have this right there, So I leverage electricity savings so I get paid every time somebody flips on a light switch while I'm sleeping 24/7, 365. Every time I wake up in the morning, I'm wealthier than when I went to bed because people use electricity while they're sleeping. I guess you guys can tell I've said this several times. That's just ingrained right in my mind. Have a date, have a time, tell them what the time frame is, and comment info or message me if you'd like the link. You don't even have to put the link up there. You see, this is a post that's public, but you're not putting the link up there. You just message me if you'd like the link. See, this provides you the offline, direct one-on-one messaging. Here's one, the follow-up nudge after the initial invite. See, this is great. I love this because, a lot of people who are, in sales, they understand circling back to people. You have to have multiple exposures, touches, things like that. Just keeping it on your mind, right? This keeps it human and it's not pushy. Hey, I'm just circling back. No pressure at all. Great to say. If you said just circling back, that's kind of like, they're trying to get me to do something. But when you say just circling back, no pressure at all, that's even better. That takes all of the get me off, right? It's giving them an out. We're still hosting that short Zoom overview on the energy project I mentioned. If now's not a good time, totally understand. Just let me know. Get the thumbs up in there, put a happy emoji in there. Can't wait to see you next time. Whatever. Talk to you soon. See you tomorrow. Whatever it is. Keep it simple, right? And keep it friendly, not trying to get people. What you'll notice is that everything that we're doing with these invitations, we're not trying to get anyone. There's no way that somebody would feel like you're trying to harpoon me and bag me and get me into your business, right? We're not doing that. Post overview invite. So a second chance look for guests who missed it. Hey, we had a great Zoom overview last night explaining how our program works around energy savings and potential income. You're restating quickly what you did and what you accomplished. If you missed it and want to catch the next one, I'd be happy to get you the details. Notice I'm not putting in here, here's the link. It's Tuesday at 8 o'clock. No, I want them to come back to me. See, when you just keep putting it out there, it's like, if they don't respond to you after you did this, where you said, if you missed it and want to catch the next one, I'd be happy to get you the details. You realize that if they don't respond to that, if this was a text that you sent them or you left a voicemail and they didn't respond, they're kind of the bad guy in the situation. Like they actually dropped the ball of communicating with you, of being a natural, being a genuine person, and just, it's okay, I'm not interested, or I am interested. When they go back to the text or the next time they're going to send you something, they're going to sit there and go, oh man, I forgot to respond to this. I feel bad. Not that we're trying to make people feel bad, but it's just understanding how people operate. This one, 10, this is a confidence builder for skeptical prospects, right? To disarm objections early. So you just go up front. Hey, I'll be up front with you. This isn't salesy and there's no obligation. So you're taking all of the get wording and the get mindset out of this. I'm not trying to get you to do anything. It's simply a Zoom overview explaining how the energy industry is shifting and how some people are positioning themselves early. Some people on this call, you're going to be like, and seeing this, you're going, hey, I like this. I like this. Some people are positioning themselves early. That's a great line. The energy industry is shifting and some people are positioning themselves early. That means that most people aren't, but some are. I like that. And you might like that. If nothing else, you'll walk away informed. What a great line that is, right? Do you want the link? I mean, if they say no to this, you're being the most friendly person that you could possibly be. If they say no, they're the bad guy, honestly. And if they say no to that, no, I don't want the link, you just saved yourself a whole bunch of time. Now they just go, you follow up with them in a couple months. They just go on to your follow-up page. So additional scripts. Hey, here's one. Sarah, I've always valued your opinion. See, there's the compliment. Came across some information about a company with proprietary technology in the energy sector. See, I haven't explained anything, but that's cool. Not sure, but you might be able to take advantage. Are you open to taking a look? See, again, are you open to taking a look? Lisa, you've always been good to me, so I'm bringing this to you first. I found a company that's about to expand nationally with technology that no one else has in the energy sector. Might be a way for us to intro this to our networks and be first to market, possibly earn more part-time than we do full-time. Should I send you some info? Man, if I was having a bad day at work, or if I was caught up in the money machine, the money treadmill, like just working time for dollars over and over and over again with no way out, and you sent me this message, I would be like, yes, send me some info. I would at least want to know that we could maybe earn more part-time than we do full-time. How about Mike? I've always thought of you. I've always thought that you and I could do some big things if we ever worked together. What a great compliment to say to somebody. And I may have found a way. Not I found a way. Hey, I found a way. You're going to do this with me. No, I may have found a way. There's an innovative platform that's reshaping the energy sector. Nothing to buy or sell. It's early, so we can have first mover advantage in our networks. Can't promise you anything, but it could be very lucrative. See, taking it away. Should I loop you in? Man, if whoever this person is, Mike, if I started with, I've always thought that you and I could do some big things if we ever work together, and then should I loop you in? If Mike says no to that, Mike's almost a jerk. Okay, Mike is almost a jerk. Almost. How about this one? Ed, you've always had a good eye for business. Did you know that there are state laws that recently passed allowing ratepayers to get up to 25% guaranteed savings on their electricity bills? Pff, companies are paying a lot of money to people who help them get the word out about the program. Should I shoot you some info? Again, Ed, you've always had a good eye for business. Should I shoot you some info? No. If Ed says no, he's the bad guy. Mary, I need to tell you about something before anyone else does. Ooh, coming to you first. That's always a good one. Great thing to say. I thought of you first. Great compliment, you guys. There's a window open in the energy sector for us to step in and make some upfront and long-term residual income. 99% of the population is still unaware. When can you check out a short video? Boy, coming to you first, and then when can you check out a short video? See, now you're almost assuming when can you check out. It's not like, would you like me to send you a link? Yes or no. That's fine. But when can you check out a short video? Now Mary has to think about that. So you can use the open-ended questions like that too. Hey, Joe, you're one of my trusted friends. Another friend or friend recently introduced me to a cutting edge group in the energy sector. I partnered with them, not as an investor. See, sometimes you'll use that because we're not looking for anybody's money. I've made good money and I'm doing it part-time without interfering with my day job. What a great story. Best part, not selling anything. Should I bring you up to speed? You just made Joe's day. Gave him a compliment. Additional scripts. Hey, Jim, keep your day job for now. There's something you need to see. It might be a game changer. If I sent you a quick video, would you watch it? How about this one? Kim, one of my good friends, introduced me to some very successful people in the energy sector. See, you're taking it off of you and they're making money 24/7, 365. And now I'm making money too every time somebody flips on a light switch, charges their cell phone, or leaves their refrigerator on. It's been a game changer. They have a unique partnership model. See, it's they, third party. Are you open to taking a look? You need to meet these people, Kim. Jay, I find myself in the very fortunate position to be making money while I'm sleeping. And I'm grateful because I'm getting sick of the grind. See, the grind, the hamster wheel. I know you're very business savvy. Compliment. So there might be a way for you to do the same. Same as me. Can't promise you anything, but are you open to previewing some information? See, are you open to joining? That's not what we're asking. Are you open to taking a look? We're not even asking that. Are you open to previewing? Like, this is an even softer close than, hey, if I sent you a video of the whole thing, of everything, would you look at it? Are you open to previewing some information? Like, just to even take a glance at it? If whoever says no is wrong. Additional scripts. Hey, Phil, we're first to market on an upcoming home battery program in Texas, doing something no one has ever done before, installing at no cost to the customer, whole home battery backup power, so people won't lose electricity when the power goes out. These systems are normally very expensive, and there's a ton of money in it for the people who are getting the word out. Should I get you some info? Ooh, baby. Anybody who has a brain is going to say, sure, send me some info. I got to find out about that. If they said no, send me some info. Okay, I would just say to them, okay, great. Sounds like you're not interested in the ton of money in it for people who get the word out. But how would you like to have a home battery backup system at no cost installed in your home? See, now your backup is a customer. Monica, I've always had a lot of respect for you. Boy, you just made Monica's day. Monica could have the worst day and it be going on, and when she gets this message, it's a good day. Have you ever thought about being your own boss? Ooh, what a great question. I've had a lot of respect for you. Have you ever thought about being your own boss? Boy, you're getting somebody into a completely different mindset right now. I may have a way for you to do that without quitting your day job. Ooh, this is starting to get interesting. Best part, it has a residual component to it, like how insurance agents and financial planners and songwriters and singers get paid month after month for doing something once. Not selling anything, asking anyone for money. Are you open to taking a look? You guys, that is an amazing little contact that you have right there. That's how it works. All right, so let me go back to not from the beginning, from current slide. All right, so good stuff right there, right? Now, additional scripts. Hey, Larry, have you ever been in the right place at the right time? Great question to ask people. And then you start saying to them, well, hey, you happen to be in the right place at the right time because I'm working on something right now. But most of the time when people are in the right place at the right time, they don't even recognize it's one thing to be in the right place at the right time. It's another thing to be in the right place at the right time and then actually recognize that you're in the right place at the right time and actually do something about it. Like the entire world was in the right place when Amazon launched, but why didn't everybody buy Amazon stock in 1997? Because they didn't know they were in the right place at the right time. If they had each taken $100 and stuck it in Amazon, they wouldn't be working right now. See, everybody was in the right place at the right time. They just didn't know about it. Hey, Jesse, imagine if time and money were no longer an issue in your life. Boy, when was the last time somebody asked you that? Never. In other words, if you had all the money you needed and time wasn't a problem, what would you be doing? And Jessie shares a little bit about what she's doing. Well, if I could show you a way to get what you just shared, would you want to see it? This is a great conversation to have with somebody. When what a philosophy that you're like a philosopher. And then, I might have a way for you to do that, to actually get what you just said you wanted. So if I could show you a way to get it, would you want it? Would you want to see it? No, I don't want to see what could get me my dream. Are you kidding? Maria, you seem like a very sharp person with a good business mind. Woof, great. And my radar is always on for matching good people up with potential game changers in their life. So if I had something that fit into your time schedule and the money looked good, would you be open to taking a look? Guys, that's another really good one. If I had something that fit into your time schedule and the money looked good, would you be open to taking a look? What a great thing to ask people. Brian, I'm about to show a very large group of heavy hitters a business plan. Would you let me practice on you and then critique me and the business plan? Maybe give me some pointers on how to improve. Would you help me out? See, the object is to get people to take a look. We have people on our team, this is all they do. This is the only invitation they ever do. They say, I'm about to show a large group of people. Would you be a guinea pig and let me practice on you so you can critique me on how I'm doing as a presenter? And, and they're practicing their presentation skills. But the bottom line is they're showing the plan to the person. See, then when that person says, well, I might be interested in doing this. Oh, really? I didn't think you would ever be interested. You're way up here in the socioeconomic scale. I didn't think you'd ever be interested. Why? Are you open to taking a look? I was just asking you to be a guinea pig. Hey, Dave, I'm looking for a go-getter type, like a standout from the crowd type, better than their peers. Do you know anyone like that? You're indirect. You're not looking for Dave. You're looking for who Dave knows. Not sure if you heard. Here's a good one, but I'm now a certified energy advisor. Throw that into your scripts, right? How about this, Latasha? I was in a meeting the other day, and we were talking about committed, hardworking people of integrity. Your name popped into my head, and I made a note to call you on this. Guys, it does not matter what you say after that or how you invite this person to take a look. This Latasha is the bad person if Latasha does not take a look after you said that. And that is amazing. I mean, think about if your friend called you and said that, your acquaintance, your person that you haven't talked to in a while, that you worked with 8 years ago, and contacted you that way. You would obviously have to take a look. Yeah, let's catch up on life, as we go. But yeah, I'll take a look. Here's a great one. This one I like to call the text coffee invite, because all you're going to do is text this to your friend via text, somebody you know already. They're in your phone and you're in their phone, and you say coffee. This is for people who you meet them for coffee regularly, close acquaintances. Coffee. That's all you do. Coffee ? Send. And they go, sure, when? And you say 2 p.m. And they go, sure. And you say, great, I'll see you then. Something important to share with you. Boom, you just booked a perfect invitation appointment to show them the presentation. All done via text. Simple. Even more invitation techniques. How about the good news invite? Hey, I have good news. Need to share something with you. When can we talk? Talk to them about the good news that you have the ability to save them long term on their electric bill and potentially give them a game changing income for their lives, for them and their family. How about this one? The sit in on this meeting and be a fly on the wall invite. You just ask them, hey, listen, I'm working on a business project. I'd love to get your eyes on this. Would you sit in on this Zoom meeting for me and just be a fly on the wall? You don't have to talk. You don't have to put your camera on. You don't have to do anything. I can even have you dial in, but I'd prefer it if you would Zoom in. Would you just be a fly on the wall? Maybe you can help us, just take a look at what we're doing. I'd love to get your input on this. The object is to get them to see the plan, and that works. How about this one? The 7 out of 10 invite. They say, hey, I'm sharing this business philosophy, this business plan with people, and 7 out of 10 people that I meet with are not who I'm looking for. They're like lazy, not going anywhere, just complacent. They're not looking for more, or they have as much money in their lives as they ever need, and so they're not looking for anything else. So 7 out of 10 people fit into that category that I just talked about. They're not interested or qualified or looking. But 3 out of 10, those people are, and we end up making a lot of money together. So let's see if you're in the 3 or if you're in the 7, right? Just great stuff. How about the emphasize the moment invite? This will be a good one for anybody who's done it. And this is something that anybody can add to their arsenal very easily. I love this one, especially when you invite them the right way. And then I throw this in there. I say, hey, Jane, what's the date today? Like at any time during the invite, it could even just be, what's the date today, as the first thing I say to Jane. Jane, what's the date today? And Jane says the date. It's February 10th, 2000. What's the year? 2026. Okay, great. And what time do you have, Jane? And she says, well, it's 1:53 p.m. Okay, Jane, I want you to make a note in your phone about this call between you and me right now on February 10th, 2026 at 1:53 p.m. Make a note in your phone about this right now, because this could be a game-changing call. This could be a life-changing call. This could be a life-changing moment for both of us. Then go into your regular invite. You see how that sets the stage for something important, okay? When was the last time somebody did that with you? Never. So this is a big moment in time. Even more invitation techniques training. How about this one, the personality invite? When you're inviting people to events based on promoting the people or the presenter, like Michael Falquist is going to be on our thing. He's the CEO of this company. He's got this. He's a, Entrepreneur of the Year award with Ernst & Young. Built a company from zero to $500 million valuation, and whatever. Invite to the event that you're having based on the person or the people, the presenters that are on there. Use their personalities, promote them. The occupation invite. This is one that's great. Like if you're talking to a realtor or an insurance agent, you just say, hey, listen, many realtors are doing well with our program. You guys realize that we have almost 20,000 advisors on our team now? Okay. Every single occupation has had success with our business in one way or the other. So it doesn't matter what occupation you say. There's multiple people in every occupation that are in our business. It's just how it is. It's too big now. It's too many people. So, hey, a lot of realtors are doing really well with our program. Then go into your invite. Now you're matching them up based on their occupation. It makes sense to them. How about this one? The I don't want you to be mad at me invite. Okay, this is like you're saying to somebody, if I didn't tell you, or if you found out my life had changed dramatically and I kept it from you, that's why I'm calling you. Because you're eventually going to hear what I'm doing, and I want you to hear it from me first before somebody else told you. And then you came to me and said, hey, how come you didn't tell me about this? Like, that's the conversation. This is why I'm calling you. What I just said is how you start this conversation. That's the invitation technique. And then you go into your regular invite. Hey, we're working on a project in the energy sector, proprietary technology, nobody else doing it. 99% of people are totally unaware. And we're getting paid every time somebody flips on a light switch or charges their cell phone. Boom. Would you be open to taking a look at a video? Great. If I sent it to you, when would you watch it? Okay, great. So if I called you back at this time, you will have watched it by then. Yes, great. I'll call you at that time. Here's the link. The take it away before the invite. This is where you say to somebody like reverse psychology, like, this is probably not going to be for you, but ooh, when you say, hey, listen, this is probably not going to be for you, but I wanted to let you know about it anyway, because you're so busy, you're so successful, you don't have any time, you're not looking to do anything else, you have all the money in the world that you ever wanted. Listen, I said this to somebody the other day. I said, listen, this is probably not going to be for you because I already know you have more money than you'll ever need in your life. You're not interested or pursuing money anymore. That's what I understand about you. He goes, who told you that? He goes, what, in what world is there too much money? What do you got? Like, that's how it went. Like, it went from me just saying that to that, like saying, I didn't even ask him to take a look at anything. I said, this is probably not going to be for you because, and he said, he ended up saying, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm still looking for money. What do you got? And you know what I said to him when he said, what do you got? I said, you know what? I kind of knew you'd be interested. Like before I even said what it was. How about the let's make a deal invite? I'll make a deal with you, friend. Hey, Joe, if you find something that looks good income wise and fits into your time schedule, you promise to tell me about it. Okay. And Joe says, okay. And I said, okay, great. And if I find something, I promise to tell you about it. Do we have a deal? Yes, we have a deal. Great. 2 days later, you call Joe up. You're not going to believe this. I found something. That's the let's make a deal invite. How about joining or visiting the Chamber of Commerce or a networking group? Like pick up the chamber directory for free, either printed or online. Meet the chamber personnel. How about get listed in the business category that makes sense or stands out to you? Like ask them to create the business category. How about you get featured in a chamber email or LinkedIn or Facebook post from the chamber? You don't even have to join. You can just get the directory and start connecting with other business owners if that's what you want to do. Maybe you attend chamber events and make yourself known. You don't have to be a chamber member to attend the chamber events. That's why they put the events on. How about network with chamber members and look for avenues to add value or make referrals first before expecting anything in return? This is good stuff, you guys. Maybe think local opportunities you can look at. All good stuff. How about you create your own mini chamber of commerce? Like as you meet and connect with people in person, online, in groups, pick up business cards. Like you're at the car wash, there's a whole bunch of business cards on the board. You take one of them off, and I always, sometimes, especially if I take the last one, if I see somebody who's like an insurance agent, I was like, this person, I might want to contact this person. They obviously put their business card on the car wash because they're looking for extra business, and I just pulled their last business card off. I make it a point to tell them, hey, John, this is Tony Procopio. We don't know each other, but I pulled your business card off of the car wash. And you know what? It was the last one. So I wanted to call you to let you know that as far as the car wash goes, you're out of business. Like you don't have any advertising there anymore. It's gone. You need to get in there and replenish it. That's why I wanted to call you to let you know. They go, oh man, thanks a lot. And then you can go into your contact or you can call them back later. Sometimes I'll just do that day, and then 3 days later, I'll call them back because now they realize I'm a nice person. So you make this proposal. Hey, Mike, I'd love to hop on a call with you sometime for 10 minutes to network with you to find out more about what you do and how you're looking to grow your business. Look how many I's are in there. One. Look how many U's are in there. A ton. And also to share a little bit about what I do too. Very small, a little bit about what I do too. That's it. Now we're in the we side. Then we're more likely to cross-refer business to each other when the opportunities arise, which they will if we know more about each other. Sound good? Mike would be a bad person if he said no to that. What kind of a loser says no to that? Like, if somebody says no to this proposal, you just saved yourself a whole bunch of time. Go run away from that person. Joining a LinkedIn and Facebook groups, like join social media groups that align with the industry and the associated industries and make thoughtful posts and comment on other people's posts and avoid public prospecting. Don't be the annoying person in the group that seems to only be out to make money. You want to build rapport, be positive, ask appropriate questions, use direct messages to get it off group, to get it private, to get it offline. Ask people where they know people. All different markets. Like, hey, do you know anybody in any of these states? Great. We need to bring you up to speed. It's a great way to prospect people based on states. You're peering into their sphere of influence. Everybody should have a virtual or home, business grand opening at their business office because they duplicate quickly. The objective is to get a lot of eyeballs and feed attendees into this local in-person meetings that you have going on and get fast duplication so you can build in multiple states simultaneously. Somebody said, how do I get to Texas if I live in New Hampshire? I said, have a virtual meeting, grand opening for your business, and invite everybody that you know in all the states because you know nobody in Texas. And I guarantee you, when I say on this grand opening, when we say, anybody know anybody in Texas, put a 1 in the chat. Boom, you're going to know who knows people in Texas. That's how you get to Texas. Why? Because every business has a grand opening or a grand reopening. It takes a lot less time and less preparation. You don't have to travel. Nobody does. You don't have to have a location, just internet, and anyone can host it no matter where they live. And anyone can attend no matter where they live. So that's what it does. It allows you to build all over the country. Here's the grand opening invitation. Hey, friend, I'm having a grand opening on Zoom for my business, and I'd love for you to attend. There's nothing to buy. We're not selling anything, just educating the public about the unique, no-cost solutions we offer to individuals, businesses, and organizations. I love putting all of those in there that allow them to lower their energy costs. Things that most people have never heard of before. Would you do me a huge favor and support my grand opening by just being there online? And if you see anything you like, just let me know. Can I count on you to be there? That's another one. Can I count on you to be there? It's a nice thing to ask people. It's a great way to lock them in. Guys, I've talked enough. That's a lot of information. I know. I'm going to post all of these scripts online and get them, done so that we have those there for you. It will be posted. The scripts will be posted at our team documents channel, bit.ly/thinkbigdocuments. And we will also post this recording in YouTube and on Vimeo. So subscribe to either or both of those, and we will go from there. All right. So appreciate everybody being here.